growing healthy, productive tomato plants that produce a bountiful harvest of deliciously juicy tomatoes? All starts with how you put them in the ground, and what you plant alongside it. Marigolds and tomato plants are best friends, so planting them near tomatoes adds an essential protection layer. The strong scent of marigolds may be the reason they are such amazing helpers in the garden. Their scent masks the scent of your vegetables so garden pests and predators are not attracted there. With a hand shovel, dig holes deep enough to accommodate your transplants. Tomatoes are deep-rooted plants with a taproot system. The actual depth depends on the tomato variety, soil structure, and planting technique, but it can grow a root system as deep as 2 to 3 feet if given optimal conditions. When you plant them deeply, with a portion of the stem also hidden under the soil, they will get a better chance to develop deeper and stronger roots. Mix in a generous amount of leaf mold, mushroom compost, or best composted manure. I always use the oldest of all fertilizers and still is the best is manure. In addition to its nitrogen and other food content, it is high in humus and contains bacteria which improve the soil. This will help enrich your soil and improve drainage. Chicken manure fertilizers also help improve the structure of the soil, including the circulation of air, which sustains beneficial microorganisms that help release nutrients to the soil. Organic fertilizers make the living soil rich and nutritious for the tomato plants to grow. The ingredients of the organic fertilizers come from all natural, chemical-free nutrients that is not only good for the plants to grow naturally but also helps the nature to keep its balance and reduce negative impacts caused by harsh chemical fertilizers. Set your tomato plant in the hole deeply enough so that 2/3 of it is buried. Roots will sprout all along the buried stem to make a stronger plant. You can pinch off the lower leaves if you prefer, but it is not necessary. Tomatoes have the ability to grow roots along their stems, so when planting tomato plants, plant deep, right up to the first set of leaves. You can see how tightly the roots of this marigold seedlings are holding their shape. This is called the root ball. Depending on how tightly bound the roots are, you may want to loosen the root ball by squeezing it and gently pulling the roots apart until more of them are hanging down freely. This will increase the root's surface area that can be in contact with the soil, which will help the plant to absorb more nutrients once it's in its new home. After you get your tomato and marigold transplants situated, gently backfill the hole with the soil you dug out. You will want to boost the plants with a little fertilizer to get them off to a good start. Add some extra slow-release fertilizer on top of the soil when you plant out the tomato seedlings. I always use well-rotted chicken manure that I always have on hand. It's the black gold for my organic garden. This will be high in nitrogen and help with leaf and stem growth on newly planted tomato seedlings. Water generously the first few days that the tomato seedlings or transplants are in the ground. Then water with about 2 inches per square foot per week during the growing season. Deep watering encourages a strong root system. Avoid overhead watering and afternoon watering. Water at the base soil level of the plants to avoid splashing water on the leaves, which invites disease. Water in the early morning so that plants have sufficient moisture to make it through a hot day. Hope this will help. Happy organic gardening.